Good morning, it's Barbara. Happy May Day. Happy May Day. I'm going outside because it is sunny. I'm going to be a little chilly, but I'll wear my jacket. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. The dogs are out here wrestling. I don't know if Dennis is going to come back out or not. He was playing. We have a ball and two dogs right here. If you have an earthquake, that's why. Maisie, don't just bark at her. Go get her. Yeah, get her. I usually don't yell at them for barking outside unless it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Up, she got... Maisie got the ball. Anyway, it's fun when they play. And they have been doing much playing outside lately, I can tell you that. Oh. I had to put my jacket on because it's windy and breezy and not super warm. But, it's so nice that the sun is out. Well, it's a partly cloudy day. And so the sun's coming and going, but I could put a hat on. Feels good out here. We're a little sad because our goldfinch, I was going to say herd, flock, has come in our neighborhood, but we haven't been able to sit out and watch them. They like our maple helicopters and our elm seeds, whatever an elm seed looks like. We've got tiny little helicopters all over our deck because we've got several maple trees here, but so nice to be outside. So nice to be outside. Although I will say, I had a really good day yesterday. I just changed up exactly what I was doing. I did what I told you I was going to do, and I sat there and I put my TV on with my YouTube and I watched podcasts. I'm so behind on my podcasts. I didn't even get a chance to see at least one of everybody's podcasts. I saw two of some people. But it felt so good, and I sat there and I worked on Isabel's sweater. And I worked on Isabel's sweater all day. I knit all day, which I haven't been knitting all day in a long, long time. So here is Isabel's sweater. The whole body is done. And I'm pretty sure I'm done with the pocket too. This is the pocket. Because this is a Montrealer. Oof. This is a Montrealer. And so the pocket, so you knit the whole top and then you pick up here and knit the pocket. Now, I did not pick up very well. I'm a little embarrassed at my pickup. I didn't understand when they said what to do. I didn't really quite understand it and didn't know how to do it. So my pickup is bad. So you can tell where the top of that pocket is because of the way I picked up the stitches to start knitting again. So it's possible that I'll be able to fix that with a duplicate stitch. It's possible that I'm not going to worry about it in the least because Isabel won't care at all. I'm not sure what's going to happen with it, but I am kind of sad that I didn't. But I was worried that if I stopped to try to figure that out, that would completely block my momentum, and I really am in need of momentum these days. So anyway, I'm pretty sure I need to measure very carefully, lay it down on the table, but I'm pretty sure I'm done with that pocket, which means now I have to join the body to the pocket at the bottom and then do the ribbing at the bottom, and then I have the entire body of the sweater done. I'm only a little bit into the third, this is the third ball, and I have 5. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to do this whole sweater with the yarn I have. So I'm very excited about that. Anyway, look at what I've been doing. I've been knitting. Now, so I had a great day yesterday. I watched a movie, which I don't necessarily recommend. I watched the latest version of Persuasion, which is a hope you can hear me. It is windy out here. Persuasion, which is a Jane Austen book, one of my favorites. And there was a new version out that's very modern in a way. I mean, you know, she talks to the camera, kind of, you know, like that new thing that they do lately. I don't necessarily recommend it. I found the ending really ridiculous. And, you know, made no sense at all. But I watched it. And I knew, I mean, I had read reviews of it and stuff. And I knew I was, you know, it didn't do the book any justice. And so I was prepared to just let the book go when I watched it. And, you know, and I did. So I enjoyed it well enough, but I don't recommend it. Especially not if you care about Jane Austen. But anyway, and I knit. So I knit a lot yesterday. I finished the bottom and did that whole pocket. I'm not happy with the way I picked it up, but I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah. So now I have to figure out what's next. I might have to go find another size 7 needle to connect the bottom and the top. Excuse me, the bottom and the pocket. So we shall see. But I have reading to do on that. I was thinking about going to my local yarn shop today to get the contrast color from my Sylvester, but I've decided I'm not going to do that. Because yesterday, I think one of the reasons that I started feeling better too, besides just doing what I want, you know, changing up my routine and watching my friends, is that, you know, as my daughter reminded me, I'm an extrovert. So I'm an extrovert that's been living kind of an introvert's life for the last 3 years, and it's gotten tough for me, which is why I'm, you know, I've been pretty blah lately, and, you know, and being a little bit low mojo on the knitting, you know, it's a circular thing. You know, I'm blah, so I don't feel like knitting, so I feel more blah, so I don't feel like knitting. You know, it's a downward spiral kind of a issue. And so I just realized, you know, in the middle of April, I'm like, holy cow, you know, Maryland Sheep and Wool is coming. I live in southeastern Pennsylvania. I'm about 2.5 hours from Maryland Sheep and Wool. Maryland Sheep and Wool is a day trip for me. And it was like the middle of April, and I'm finally remembering, oh yeah, Maryland Sheep and Wool, blah, 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 yeah, I don't need any yarn, da, 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 da. I mean, I went last year and I enjoyed myself, but it was all because of the people. The weather was horrible. But the weather on Saturday is supposed to be really nice. Anyway, I've decided I'm going to Maryland Sheep and Wool on Saturday. And I'm going to buy some yarn because I need a contrast color for my Sylvester. And instead of buying it at my local yarn shop, which would help my local yarn shop, but believe me, they got a lot of my business lately. I'm going to look for yarn at Maryland Sheep and Wool. And if I can't find it there, then I'll go buy that yarn. I mean, it's a win-win for me. But anyway, so I'm going to Maryland Sheep and Wool on Saturday, and I'm very excited about it. And that helped me feel better too. So, get me out of my blah. I'm so sick of being blah. But that means I'm not going to my yarn shop today. It's supposed to be nice on Saturday. So I'm very excited. Last year, the weather was horrible. So, you know, I know Marianne and Juanita are going. I'm going to try to hook up with them and say hi to them and whatever. So if you're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool, let me know. Make a plan. You know, eat lunch together, have a coffee, shop. do some yarning. So anyway, so that helped make me feel better too yesterday. But then today I didn't want to get out of bed, and I knew the sun was shining. I got up to pee at 6:30 and the sun was coming in the bathroom window. I'm like, yay! But I still got up late. I'm not sure there's hope for me, but anyway. But I did have a good day yesterday, and that was nice. And I got a lot done on Isabel's sweater. This is the first time I've just sat and knit almost all day in a very long time. And it didn't hurt my arm particularly, so that's good. So anyway, so that's the good news. And the good news is I'm going to Maryland Sheep Mall. And it's sunny today, so I'm full of good news. I guess I'm really bugged. I'm a little bit bugged by those picked up stitches. I'm gonna see if I can find my swatch and try to figure out how they wanted me to pick up those stitches so that they would. I mean, when you look at the picture, you can't even tell that it wasn't all knit all at the same time. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know how to do that. I should figure that out. I don't know that I will make myself a Montrealer, although I don't know why not. I do like a hood. I do like a warm sweater. I do like a sweatshirt. Yeah, I would make it out of something really, really soft. Because I do find myself, there are quite a few sweaters I have that have the tiniest little prickle factor. I haven't wanted to wear them this winter very much at all because I just want soft. Oh, I'm not even wearing a sweater today. I just want completely soft, Princess and the Pea, soft, sweaters on. And, yeah. Even my Lunam, which is Targhee and silk, I went to put it on yesterday and it just had that tiny little pricker factor, and so I've worn that once. So I got to be careful about picking my yarns from now on. Because yeah, I can think of 5 or 6 sweaters I didn't wear very often this winter, so something soft. But the other thing is, I cannot remember the name of this friggin' sweater. Valerie is doing a make-along. Anything above the, that you wear on your top counts, whether you've made it, knit it, crocheted it, sewed it, embellished it. She's like any fiber crafty thing you do to something above the waist counts. And then this sweater that I can't ever remember the name of, but I'm editing this because my computer's fixed, we think. I'll put it right here. I'll put it right here because I'm going to look it up and I'm going to edit this. Gets an extra point in her make-along. So I'm going to go upstairs today and do some shopping in my stash and see what I have. It's a fingering weight sweater. And I want to look and see what I have. It's a kind of color blocky kind of sweater. And so it takes, we'll have to buy the pattern and see how much it takes of each of your ideas. I was thinking that I bought some yarn from the Crafty Toads several years ago to make a striped sweater. And I thought, oh, that'd be perfect, but I'm pretty sure that yarn is DK. And this sweater is fingering. I'm pretty sure. So I could just do calculations. Leslie did calculations in her podcast this month. I could do the calculations, do the math, gauge, swatch, and math. So I'm going to buy the pattern and then see what I think. So, Yeah. So I may be thinking about starting one of those, whatever they are. Two, since if I'm feeling like knitting so much, and I can't start my Sylvester till I go to Maryland Sheep and Wool, I might just to have a change of pace from knitting on the Rava, knit on something a little softer. Although I'm liking the Brava for this sweater for Isabel. It's going to be perfect. So, all right. Well, the sun went in. The breeze is chilly. I'm so glad to be outside, though. We did walk the dogs yesterday, even in the rain. It wasn't raining that hard. But the girls are both out here with me. They're happy to be outside. And Pearl is feeling feisty, which is good. So her legs aren't bugging her too much, so that's good. Maisie's always feisty. So there you go. Well, I guess that's it for me. Can you hear the birds? Those are the goldfinches. Can't see them, though. We have our hummingbird feeder up, but we haven't had any hummingbirds that we've known. But, you know, it's raining. I told you that the birds in the nest, in the wreath on the door have hatched, didn't I? I told you that, right? So, we have baby birds in our front. Yeah. People still continue to deliver things on our front porch, but then we have to walk around and get them so we don't open the door. That's okay. That's okay. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to see if my computer's fixed. Told Dennis I would edit today and get my day started. Please take good care of yourselves and let me know if you're going to Maryland Sheep and we'll try to figure something out. Please, please stay safe and stay sane. And while I'm out here, check it out. This is my mint. This is my container garden from last year, and I put mint in it because I couldn't get mint to grow in my other thing. And look what's happening! I've got so much mint. I think this year I might just have tomatoes and mint. I know lots of people think mint's a weed and don't plant it, but I'm hoping it takes over this whole thing because the thistles are starting to come back. Anyway, mint. Bye.